So hello everyone. In today's session we are going to make this front-end mentor challenge that is order summary component. So let's begin. First I am downloading these challenge files, starter files. Now I am creating a new repository on GitHub so that I can store my code here. I will name it order card component. It is a front-end mentor challenge. It is a solution to front-end mentor challenge. So that is it for description. Let's create one. So I will continue coding in GitHub code spaces. So let me open my GitHub code spaces. This is a GitHub feature for some developers. It is not for all, where I can create a virtual, or I should say cloud environment to code. Order summary component, I guess, is my repo name. Since I haven't created any branch in it, so maybe it's showing error for that reason. So first let me create something in this. Let's create readme file. We will update it later. Now I believe it should work. Let me go back and then I will create a code space. Okay, so let me select the repository. It's order card component here. And now it has selected the branches main. I will continue with the default settings. This is a very good feature of GitHub, and it's a great option for those who don't have a high specs personal computer. I will be using HTML and CSS for creating this. By that time, I should show you the actual challenge with what we have to make. So this is what we have to make. This is basically a card component that is also responsive on mobile. It's a beginner project, so the code space is ready. I'll upload the challenge files here. Alright, and now I will unzip these files using the terminal command unzip and then the file name. Okay, so I'll now delete this file and I'll select all the components of this folder and move them to the root directory. Maybe I have to do it one at a time. Okay, now it's fine. And now let me delete this folder. Uh, let's continue in the full screen mode. Yeah. So now let's start by looking into the README first. I'll open the preview for README from here, and I don't need this one. Thanks for checking out this. Yeah. Okay, there's nothing much in this README file. I'll continue with the style guide because here you will see what it provides us the information about what design we have to use, about colors and typography. Okay, so I'll go to the HTML file and I'll comment all this because I don't need this in this manner. And I'll also remove the default stylings and I'll rename it as border component. Now it's fine. So let's continue with this. We are provided with some images that we have to use and some SVGs. By the way, SVG stands for scalable vector graphics. These are basically high quality images, I can say, which are made using code. Okay, so let's begin with creating a style.css and let's include it in the index file. Okay, it's fine now. And let me start the live server so that I can access what I am created. This install. So let's wait. Yeah, it has opened. Since we don't have any content on the page, that's why it's showing nothing. You can see the comment is here. Basically, I wanted to see the root directory. Maybe I should try entering into the images folder. Yeah, so now I can see the files. So this is the favicon. This is the icon music file. As you can see, all these are images which are used in the project. There are different patterns for both mobile and laptop. Or I should say desktop. Let's go to the design part. I will go with the desktop design. And I'll duplicate this tab. can see most files, both are same. I'll first go with the desktop design and then I'll make it responsive for mobile. So yeah, let's continue. First of all, we need a box. Okay, so let's continue. Let's do the flutter and go to the full screen mode. And now I'll type container, make a div with the class container, and sorry, and then I'll create a box. In the box, we first have a image, so I'll create another div named as hero, in which I'll have a image tag with the source of images slash illustration hero. So let's see what we have got. So yeah, we have got this image in our HTML file. I'll though I don't not give the alt attribute. Next, we want this heading to be there. So I'll create another div for this whole section, which I will call as dot details dot order details. First of all, we have a h2, I think. Create a h2 with text order summary. Then we have a paragraph. So I'll copy this text. Since we are in code spaces, that's why we have to reload it. Otherwise, if you use live server in your native VS Code, you don't have to reload it. It does it automatically. Next, we want a div, another div, so that we can include all these things together. This is basically an image, a strong text, a paragraph, and this link. So I'll create another div below this p10. Will I'll name as I should say plan details, in which we first have an image. I'll include the image here, which is icon music. Okay. And then we have this thing annual plan and the rate. So I'll create another div for this. I'll call it what should I call it? Plan. I will call it simply plan, in which we have a strong text that is annual plan, and then we have a p tag that includes the rate. Oh, actually, I forgot to enable the screencast mode so that you can see which shortcuts I am using. then we have a link tag, which I don't know where. Sorry, a tag, anchor tag, which I don't know where does it go. So I'll forward it to my GitHub profile. By the way, you can follow me on GitHub if you haven't done yet. And it is changed. So let's see. So yeah, we have got the structure, and now we are left with this button and this cancel order button. So we are left with two buttons. So this is order details. Okay, so I have to include in this order details. Or maybe I should create another div. No, no, we don't need to create another div. We'll create a button that says submit, proceed to payment. Now I'll create another button that says cancel order. So this is for the HTML part. So now let's move to the CSS styling. So I will just open the CSS right here. Let me also try something. This is basically a extension that enables a web browser in your VS Code itself. So I believe it is not working. Let's forget about it. So let's continue with the CSS part. First of all, we need to center the div, center this box. So first of all, let's create some properties for the all of the components. Now I'll give padding 0 and margin 0 and box sizing border box. So as you can see, the default margin has been removed. So let's okay. So let's create the color components. I should say variable. So I should open the style guide file right here. not getting a downward section. So yeah, it's fine. First color is okay. It's pale blue. Since I don't know about whether it's primary color or secondary, so I believe this is primary color since it is in abundance, and then color secondary. Maybe it's HSL. This one, bright blue. No, it's the button color. Okay. Let's create the variable. First of all, let's see what is the color. I believe this is the card color. So I should say card BG. Next is desaturated blue. No, I don't know where this color has been used. Maybe in the heading, I guess. Let's let it the last color, dark blue, which I guess the it is the heading color. So I'll swap the colors right over like this. Okay, I believe now it's fine. Yeah, perfect. So now I'll import the font from Google Fonts, which is Red Hat Display. So I'll add 300 since we need 300 in this maybe, or I should add simply 400. Let's add 3, and for the heading I guess 500 is enough. I'm adding 600 to avoid any ambiguity. Fine. So let's copy this and add this to the CSS file right in the beginning. Let's close this tab. Actually, I forgot to see the font family name, which I guess it's. Yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot to remove the previous fonts which I had selected. So I have to import it once again. So I'll add this to all of the components. Now let's see the change. Okay, so the font has been applied and we have all of the colors. So yeah, so they gave us which font weights we need to use. So I'll edit this and remove the additional one. So yeah, it's fine. I'll close this tab since we don't need it. So yeah, let's begin this time. First of all, we need to give the container a display of flex, align item center, and justify content center so that everything comes in middle. Let's give the body a minimum height of 100 VH so that the screen we don't see this effect. As you can see F12, when I open the developer options and see this, see body has only this much amount of space, so I'll give it a minimum height of 100 VH. So that is fine. Maybe I should reload it. Or maybe I am doing any mistake. Bodies, body has an height of 100 VH, but what's the problem now? Yeah, so it's fine. I'll remove these properties and I'll remove this property too. And I will give these properties to box, display flex, align item center, and justify content center. Now let's see whether it is changed or not. So yeah, it has changed, but see flex direction has um, changed. I'll keep it to column. I don't know why it is not coming in the center. See, now it's fine. And I have to give maybe maximum width to the box of maybe 54 I guess. That is enough. That is much larger. Let's try 52 em. Maybe I should do it here. Why is this image so big? See, 18 is fine, I guess. Yeah. Why is this image? Maybe I should check and give some properties to it. So, first of all, let's give display flex and see what happens. Or maybe I should give it margin of 4 even. I don't believe anything is happening to it. Maybe I should try adding. Okay, no effect on it. I should directly alter the image inside the image. Maybe I should apply max width to it. Let's see if that helps. Sometimes you get stuck in these properties and yeah, now it has changed. Maybe I should give it a fixed width. Okay, so I'm not giving it to the ing tag. See, now it has been small. I should go for 24 I guess, and then we will give margin to the inner text. Yeah, now it's fine. And overall overflowed. I'm sorry. And now I'll give the this border radius to the box. Maybe we should give the background to container to see if it is working or not. And to box I should give it white or whatever it is. It's PG. Look, I don't know why this is overflowing. Okay, so let's add overflow hidden. Still not to the box. Now it is working and the box size is small. So I should keep it 32. Let's try 32. 28 is okay, I guess. Let's try 28. Yeah, so 28 is fine. And the border area is too much. So I should keep it 1 em. Let's try 1 em. You know, 1 em is fine. So I guess this is fine. Now we should focus on the lower part. Later we will adjust the layout. So lower part that is order details. The order details. Let's give it a margin of 2 em. Let's try 2 em. I guess it's 4 em. Or maybe in X direction it is. Yeah, it's fine. Let's try 2 em, 4 em. Yeah, now it's fine. And let's center the text. Display flex direction, column, and item center. Look, now it's looking better. I mean, it's looking similar to the result. So let's start with the order summary. Let's get heading inside it. So it has color of heading. Maybe let's see. It's very dark. Yes, it is. Maybe it's that it is looking different in the image. And I should increase the font weight to only 500 is no, actually I should do it 900. So yeah, now it's looking more or less like it. Same, similar. So let's move to, and I should add font weight of 500 here so that I don't have to do it for each and everything. And let's give it color of color text. I should do text align center. Yeah, notes. And let's give it a line height of 1.2. It's 1.5, I guess. Yeah, and let's give it a margin in X direction, or maybe margin bottom 1 year is fine. Let's share. It's good. Let's change its background color because it's not, it's white. It's already looking similar, as you can see. Now what we have to design this, and that's where we have to use the card BG. So let's go to dot plan details. And first of all, let's give it a background image, background color, sorry, of card BG, and make it display flex direction row. Sorry, color. Oops, sorry, X. It is flex direction row. Yeah, now it's looking better. And you can see that these two and this both are separated from each other, so I should also make another div grouping all these. That's dot right. Now let's do mm, width full. And let's do line items center and justify space between. Yeah, now it's somewhat like it, and let's give it a margin of 0.5 em. Yes, let's try 0.25 em. I think we have to first mm, give the brightest display flex, because that is causing a problem. Now we should give it padding. Yeah, now it's working. I guess 1 em will be nice. Nice. And let's give this plant details a margin top of zero point 0.5, I guess. No, it's 1. See, it's looking better. And also, let's give it margin bottom of 1 em. See, it's looking better than before. I should add border radius. It is very subtle. The 0.5 will be okay. Okay, so now let's move further in the dot plan, and first let's check with the strong tag. I need to change the color of strong, yes. Let's color heading. Yeah. Okay, we need to give plan margin left or 1 I guess. Yeah. And you can see the strong is more strong. We have an option of 700. I should try that. And that was okay. And as you can see, we are finally going to complete it. And I guess the just width is disturbing me. Start 26 and 26. Yeah, now it's redo it. Now it's better. So let's continue with the buttons. Let's give them a width of 100%. And maybe padding, padding of 1 plus 7. It's one EMS and font width of 700. 700. Yes, better. Let's give it a plus of up. Let's give it a plus of down. Let's give the first color background color. And color of white. And outline mode. And maybe I should add it to the properties of button. But now it's little better. Okay, fine. And let's give it border radius of
हेलो.
0.5 I guess.
हाँ. घर नहीं पहुंचे.
I guess the margin is too much in the box. So I should decrease it in this order details. I should give it 3. Now it's looking better, much better. Maybe let's reload. Okay, now I should add some shadow clips.
हाँ. ठीक है.
I should try.
हाँ.
I don't need this much.
ठीक है.
Let's try this. As you can see, we have some shadow down there. And then maybe I should remove this and A from there. So it is the downward. Let's do this. It is the blur radius. Yes. Hmm. Now I guess it will be fine. Let's see the original design. We have blur radius. I should keep it 1 and this is 4. to do it a big value. Format is okay. Only directions. This is 0. Maybe we should do this. We can do 16 here. Instead of this, we should do it on 2. Let's try this one. This one is not working. So yeah, it's perfect. I should decrease it to okay. So finally we have completed the box part and we are left with this background design part. So let's check whether it is responsive or not. As you can see, this is already responsive. Look, so it is responsive. Let's see mobile design. So I guess this is fine with mobile too. Maybe we can change this image tab width and the right. Let's give it a max width of 1 em. Max height of 4 em. Inspect. We should give it minimum. Let's try with minimum. Now you can see that it is intact. Now we can add the image part. The background image. So let's we should give this background color to body. And here we should give a background image. So as you can see, it is repeating. So I'll stop this background repeat with none, no repeat. And the position is fine maybe, or we should give it a position. And why? Let's try 50 pixel. Okay, so let's try minus 50 pixel. Yeah, now it's perfect. Now let's see mobile. In mobile, we don't need this. We don't need to add the background mobile image. Mobile image. See, as you can see, they themselves are not using that. So that is it for this project, I guess. One thing is left. I should give it a cursor pointer to this buttons. And I should let's try this outline to none. Yeah, now it's fine. We can also give hover states. Leave it. We don't need to give the hover states. It is fine already. We just have to make it visually similar. You can try giving it hover states yourself. So I guess this is fine. Yeah. So that is it for today. I'll catch you in some next project. Thank you for watching this video.